The new Whirlpool W collection with Sixth Sense technology that fully guides you to achieve perfect results. Whirlpool, sensing the difference.
Welcome back. You might not be travelling to Italy, but that doesn't mean you can't get a flavour of the country on your dinner plate.
Yes, indeed. Dean Diplock from the Radisson Blu Hotel in Athlone joins us this morning. Something's bubbling away here, Dean.
Yes.
What are we doing?
We're making arancini.
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 So what is arancini?
Risotto cakes or risotto balls, and in the centre I've stuffed it with goat cheese, sun-dried tomato and fresh basil.
Oh, lovely.
Sounds.
We breadcrumb them.
So would this be a starter?
This is a starter.
Okay.
You can serve them even smaller, but 2 is plenty for a portion. 1 is even fine for a lady. So we'll have you get to taste them. We deep fry them afterwards so they're nice and crispy as well.
We get started.
Can't go wrong.
Okay.
So we start basically with the risotto rice. A good quality risotto rice is what you're looking for. I have some of the oil from the sun-dried tomatoes for extra flavor. I add the butter, some onion and sweat that off. Then add your rice to coat it all. And then goes in your about 250 mils or a cup of white wine. Cook it down. And then add 150 mils of water with one of those vegetable stock pots. So this is a vegetarian dish.
Okay.
And we just cook it down. As you can see here, it's cooked well down. We don't want the rice to be too soft. It has to have a little bit of a bite to it, but obviously not raw. Okay, it's called al dente.
Yeah, but that's the tricky part, isn't it? To get it
well,
with that al dente texture.
This measurement, the exact measurements on this, will get you to exactly that point.
Okay.
And nice and sticky. As you see, all the water is evaporated now. And now we're going to just season a little bit, some salt and a little pepper.
Okay.
And then our glue as such, Parmesan cheese. Parmesan cheese will melt into this, and it's going to get nice and sticky, which is what we're looking for.
So it's still quite moist, though.
It's still quite moist.
You don't want it too dry.
No. I mean, they need to stick together. They need to, you'll see here, once they cool down, it needs to still have some give to it, but be cooked all the way through. So, as you see, the Parmesan cheese melts very quickly into it.
Okay.
And all I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it out onto some greaseproof paper.
Okay.
And I'm going to allow it to cool. Now, it doesn't need very long to cool. I'd say give it like half an hour, because you spread it out. As you can see, it's nice and sticky.
Like a tray bake.
Exactly. Spread it out and let it cool down.
Okay.
And once it has cooled down, it'll look like this.
Lovely.
And we can start making our arancini cakes.
Okay.
So, I have a 6-centimeter cutter. I have pre-prepared my goat cheese balls, but I'll just show you very simply. It's goat cheese, soft goat cheese, sun-dried tomato, which I have previously chopped up. In goes a good dollop of it.
And if you didn't have the sun-dried tomato, could you buy, the pesto already done?
Absolutely, absolutely, yes.
Way?
No, not at all, no problem at all. And you can even put the basil pesto in as well if you don't have fresh basil as such. But since I have been doing gardening at home, we do have fresh basil.
Look at you.
Nice.
Lots of it. So we just mash it up literally and portion it out into 8 small little balls.
Okay.
So the recipe calls for 100 grams of the goat cheese, and that altogether will give you 8 balls, which is 8 portions you will have.
Okay.
So in our cutter, we take a little bit of the rice and we press it down in the bottom. Little indentation. In goes one of the balls, and then we cover it again with the rice.
So like a mini sandwich or a hamburger.
Exactly. It's right in the center now, hidden away. So we press it down and just press it out, and there you go.
Oh, wow, you made that very simple.
Very simple. In now into some flour. So we're going to pane it now and crumb it. I've got these the wrong way
We'll
round,
put
Dean.
all of these details up on the website.
Absolutely,
if anyone's
yes.
Following from home.
Left hand, right hand, as I've shown before, to keep
Yes.
the hands dry. Into our panko breadcrumbs.
Why you prefer using panko?
I do
Why
prefer
is that?
them because, first of all, they're white, so they don't darken very quickly in the deep fat fryer. But also, they're very dry, so they hold, they suck up all that moisture, so it goes very crispy.
Okay.
This is an excellent recipe for freezing as well. Lovely for kids' lunch boxes. They can be cooked off and sent in the
great
lunchbox.
idea.
Make
Very,
it
very
but it's
exotic
great.
compared to my ham and cheese sambos.
that the kids get, and that's it.
They wouldn't know what to do with some of these.
Oh, they'd be shocked.
And then we pop them straight into the deep fat fryer, and they come out nice and crispy.
So can I ask you if you don't have a deep fat fryer, everything else till that point manageable?
Absolutely,
Yes.
and you can shallow fry as well. So in a pot, on the stove, bring your oil up, have your thermometer, check it, it's about 180 degrees Celsius. drop in the arancini. They don't take very long to brown at all.
Okay.
Take them out and pop them in the oven, so you're not cooking them only in the deep fat fry.
And so the oven the whole way through won't work. You'd need a little bit of
No, it needs
oil on them.
a little bit of oil. So I'm just going to put a bit of
Little chefy touch going on here,
pesto
Dean.
on there. And then if you would like to pass on a knife and fork there.
Yes.
And I have
Pass these
some
down to
already
Laura.
done in the oven. I'm just going to put a little more seasoning on. Needs just a little bite. And then, there you go, ladies.
That is
Two of
ample
them.
for a starter.
It
because-
really is, isn't it?
Cheese is
Absolutely
filling.
plenty, yes.
Can I
Absolutely.
pass down?
Sure,
Dean?
you can. Absolutely. Pass it down.
Thank
I
you.
was going to put a little,
I thought there might be
garnish on.
something else. Okay.
but there you go. Please give that a try.
Absolutely
Now, they are hot.
delicious.
Now, remember, the goat cheese in the middle is like
they're
lava.
so perfect.
It's like
Just
lava.
be careful.
So,
yeah.
But I think it would be trial and error a few times to get this
Not
right.
really.
would
This,
it?
look, the menu's the recipe is relatively foolproof. So
Yeah.
it's just a case of
But if you could
cooling
do
the
risotto,
rice
I
down
suppose.
and pressing it into the mold and make sure that the goat cheese sticks in the middle. And that's it. It's very simple. Not difficult at all. As I said, these can be made in advance as well. They can be frozen. Stick them in the freezer, take them out as you need to the evening before. Deep fry them, send them on the
I think when you're going to go to the
lunchbox.
effort of a recipe like this, it's nice to double it, isn't
Yes,
it? And freeze.
make a batch.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Because it won't be
absolutely,
happening
make it-
again for a while.
Well, exactly. It's a bit of an event, isn't it?
We were reminiscing earlier on, of course, Dean, and you were with us 5 years ago.
That's right.
Day two.
Day two.
Day two,
We
for a
had
barbecue.
the barbecue outside. Exactly. We had the Rugby World Cup, I think it was
That's
on
right.
that time, and Ireland were playing.
Yeah.
And we decided we were going to do a South African braai, and it was fantastic.
And you had your mum's chutney, didn't you? Was
That's
it
right.
chutney
Yes.
or-
Yeah. You were still
gorgeous.
making it. Still
Oh,
have
that's
it.
so delicious. That
Well,
chutney.
you've stuck with us, Dean.
Yes, 5 years now.
5 years
Fantastic.
on.
Can't believe it's
And
been
still
this
coming
long.
up with incredible dishes for us. Thank you so
Only a
much.
Thank
pleasure.
you, that is
Glad you
gorgeous.
enjoyed.
This truly is gorgeous, and full recipe details are on the website. You can always pop in, of course, to the Radisson Blue Hotel in Athlone, and Dean will look after you.
Now, up next, the one and only Ronan Keating will be chatting to us. Don't go anywhere.
The new Whirlpool W collection with Sixth Sense technology that fully guides you to achieve perfect results. Whirlpool, sensing the difference.